Hello, I'm Phil.
Hi, I'm Esther.
So we're here again today to tell you lots of cool things about plantar warts. So plantar wart, well, what's a plantar wart? We know what a wart is, but what's a plantar wart, Esther?
So it's basically a wart based on your foot, underneath your foot.
Underneath the foot,
yes.
Yeah. Plantar is a word that you might hear, plantar fasciitis, plantar warts. That's probably it that most people know of, but really it just means underneath, of the foot. So now warts, lots of kids will get warts, adults will get them as well on any part of the skin, and often you see them on your elbows or knees when you're a kid, and they're not normally painful, but if they're under the foot, they get painful. Yeah. So why are they particularly painful under the foot, would you say, Esther?
Because we use our feet to walk.
Yeah.
To get from A to B.
True.
So there's a lot more pressure underneath our feet. So that's why it would be painful.
Often we find, I've seen this, and I know you have too. If you have it under the foot and it's painful, and the longer you leave it, the deeper it sort of pushes in. So people often say, "Oh, has it got deep roots?" If you look at this picture here, the wart really only grows in the skin, but as the wart grows out, so if you have a wart on your arm or knee, it'll grow outwards. But if it's under the foot, as it tries to grow out, it's constantly getting pushed in. So it almost grows in. It doesn't really grow in, but it feels like it's growing in because it's getting pushed in. So it's pushing in on the nerves, and they can be very painful.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of people that come to us and they've had them for years. Even I had a lady the other day who had it for 25 years, had it cut out, all this stuff, but it kept growing back. So, but there's a good end to this story, which I'm going to say in a moment. Now, we're going to talk about a new technology called Swift microwave. But before we talk about that, we should talk about the other options to cure plantar warts that we have previously used in the past. So, what's some examples of treatments that you can think of, Esther?
So, putting a particular chemical that burns, that tries to burn the wart off, freezing the wart, cutting it out as well. Now,
I don't know about you, well actually probably do, but that sounds painful. Does it sound painful to you?
Yeah, it sounds very painful.
So that's the problem with these procedures, is the wart itself is painful, and often we've had to use a painful treatment option to get rid of it. So freezing is really quite painful, and we've had a lot of parents who are sort of at their wits' end because they've taken their kids to the doctor. Doctor's tried to freeze it a few times, and little Johnny or Jane has said, "No way, I'm not going back. That was too much pain," and the wart's still there, and so kids can get really distressed by that. Some of the acids we can use, so salicylic acid or trichloroacetic acids we used to use, I don't think that gets used much anymore because it creates a big burn, and then you're limping around, and it's not much fun. So I used to hate seeing warts, to be honest, because the treatment options, the cure was almost worse than the disease. But now, and when I say now, probably for the last couple of years, we've had a cool new machine, which is actually based on microwave technology. So I might sort of explain how that works. Previously, treatments involved trying to burn out or cut out the wart. So if you look at this here, so if that's the thickness of the epidermis and the dermis, we're trying to burn it out or cut it right out and get rid of it. The problem with that is the virus, the reason it's so hard to get rid of the verruca or the wart virus is it's really good at hiding in the skin. So you could get out 99% of the wart tissue, and if there's only one cell left, it will come back. And that's always very disappointing if someone's had surgery or we've used an acid. We think, oh, we've got rid of it, and then 3 months later, 6 months later, it's back to where it was. So, and what we're using with the Swift microwave is we're actually using the body's own immune system to get rid of the virus. Instead of trying to cut it out, we're getting sort of a bit sneaky. So the Swift's really cool. What it does, it's a head, I don't have a photo of it to show you now, but on our website you can see all the details. Basically, it's like a little pen that gives out a microwave energy at the end. So it's the same stuff that you heat your lunch up with at work, except it's in a pen, and it applies it to a small area to a depth of about 3 to 5 millimeters. So basically we point it on the wart. Actually, this photo here might show. Yeah, there we go. So we actually direct the energy into the wart itself. Now we're not creating a burn, so it's not like electrocautery or burning it out in any other way. it's only heating it from body temperature up to about 48, 49 degrees. And what that does is it causes the viral cells, so the virus gets into the cells and makes them grow crazy. That's basically what a virus does, including the coronavirus.
Yeah.
But basically it's making the cells do the wrong thing. So what we do is we rapidly heat that tissue. So what it feels like, the cool thing about this is we can dial it up or dial it down based on the patient's tolerance. So I've had like 3-year-old, 4-year-old kids we've been able to treat, and the kids, I've got 3 of my own, it's, if you torture them, if you hurt them, they won't come back. But it's really cool, we can dial it right down. And the treatment itself, all it does is rapidly heats the tissue to the state at which the cells release a heat shock protein. So you're not actually burning the cell. There's no wound, there's no burn. It creates a little bit of warmth or a little sort of sting for just a microsecond, and the cells they release a protein that the body then recognizes. And it's this virus that's been hiding there, all of a sudden gets uncovered, and the immune system can then mount a response. So that's why it's a really awesome treatment, because not only does it get rid of the virus, but then you've got this protection from the secondary immune system to prevent it from coming back. So I just said a lot of things then, but the one thing really good about it is, and I know you've seen this too, is you'll have kids that might have warts on the foot, on the legs, on the arms. We aim for the big ones and we treat the large wounds, large lesions, and once we get an immune response in them, we'll actually find all the other warts will disappear as well. So it's so much fun when that happens, because kids are distressed. You've seen some of those cases with multiple lesions. So it's not just for plantar warts under the foot. If you have, yourself or someone at home, one of your kids perhaps, that has them on the knees or elbows, we are insured, and we have authority to treat arms as well, just for this one condition. It's the only thing we can treat that's not on the foot or leg. So, so if someone has warts or want to book in, what's the next thing they should do, Esther?
They should give us a call.
Oh yes, that's correct.
Or they can book online on our website as well.
That's true. It's really a very straightforward process. And if you just put in the notes what you're coming in for, or when you talk to our team at the front desk, they can help you out. But yeah, we'd love to help. And we get a lot of referrals from our local friendly GPs, because it's an expensive bit of gear that we bought specifically to create a solution for this problem. So yeah, lots of our GPs now will send their patients straight over when they have warts, because it works well and doesn't hurt as much. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you need any help or have any more questions, definitely comment in the video or get in touch with us. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you another time.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.